Welcome back, family, to NorthsideLDN, caramba. And today we got a massive panel. We're going to be talking, is Man United going to be sharing a stadium with City with their new renovations, new stadium? And we are also going to be talking about Chelsea. Have they turned a new leaf? Has Poch turned it around? You know what I mean? Is Spurs, have they become Spursy again after drawing against Everton? We're going to be touching on all of that. First of all, let me introduce the panel. Carefree Lewis, how you doing, bro?
I feel refreshed. It's weird. I've seen a good performance away from home for once, but it's good to be back. Big up to the panel. It's good to chop up with you guys as well. And yeah, everyone hit the like button. Hit the like button and all that. It's good to be back, my friend. It's good to be back.
Love. Kaz, it's a good day, yeah? It's a beautiful day.
Alhamdulillah, of course. Until Sunday. Until we lose, because that's what's gonna happen. We are going to get cooked, and I'm not on the bandwagon. I'm like right now in Northside. Guess what? I'm in a camp with your cousin. That's the camp I'm in right now. No, when we come around and he told me all along with Ten Hag and everything. About the season.
The one at the barbecue.
Yeah, big up man. Yeah, told me all along. Should have listened. Yeah, I'm not gonna get giddy over 2 results, but there's, I'm optimistic. Let's just put it like that. I'm very optimistic. Don't let us win on Sunday, because my whole persona will change.
Nice, mad. Listen, me, Kaz, and Lewis, we're in the mud because our team's won a game, so we're in the mud. You know what I mean? We're in the mud.
Can't celebrate.
Henry, what's going on, man? What's going on with Big Ange, bro? What happened? Yeah.
Oh man, it's like I've even dropped a merch. If you can't see what Ange is doing, you can F off Danny Emirates. But yeah,
wait. Can we get an actual viewing?
You can
go and get the belly out. Go on.
You see that?
Is that the 2 fingers? That's crazy.
That's him actually telling we wanted 2 up top, not actually F off. But yeah, I'm good. Obviously, we're out of both cups, and we're only in the Premier League. And only thing we've got to play for is top 4. Yeah, that Everton game annoyed me. Spursy at the end. But listen, big up to all of you. We got everyone in the chat, and we'll be talking about. Yeah, so many subjects. Just hopefully we avoid Spurs, innit?
No. Don't go anywhere. We have to touch on that. We must. But big up, bro. Rums, first time on the channel. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, Davey, big up. First of all, big up the panel. Big up Lewis and Henry. Long time I streamed. And Fuad, the guy in the top right I put up with on a daily basis, so bun him. But other than that, no, I'm good, man. Ready to chop up some ball. I'm here.
Nah, love, man, love. Fuad, what's going on, man? What's going on? Yeah, your top gooners are out on force now. No more emergency streams. No more. I can't do lives after we lost 3 games in a row. 1 win, and you're back out on force, innit?
Yo, don't make me start on you now. You've been dumped me for the last what day is it? Thursday, is it? I've been trying to get on you since Sunday, bro. You're having a giraffe. But big up all the panel. And first time I met Henry. How you doing, Henry? I know the rest. Lewis, I also appreciate you. And thank you for VIDS.
Oh, you're welcome, man. You're welcome.
Thank you,
Shop
Lewis.
again. We've got another captain if you want.
We'll speak about it later.
We will speak about it later, because Havertz come out with an interview with Sky Sports saying that.
Big up guys, big up Rose, and big up all the brothers.
What about his donkeys? Yeah, we don't talk about ball no more. We talk about donkeys and pets and dogs. And
he's still yapping about the donkeys.
Yeah,
sharing wives. You forgot that one. Sharing wives and
sharing,
all sorts.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Listen.
that was a lie. That was a lie, bro. That was a lie, bro.
No. The Emirates are moving like Love Island right now. But listen, Lewis. Lewis, come on, bro. Listen, you're back. What an emphatic win against Aston Villa, bro. How you feeling?
I feel, again, refreshed. It was nice to have a solid away performance at what's meant to be a tough away ground. Took our chances and scored 3 goals. Instead of us shipping 3 goals, we actually scored 3 goals. Thankfully, we didn't concede until like the 85th minute, so it was like too late for us to really bottle it, even though it did look a little bit frightening towards the last 15. But yeah, we finally put Enzo and Caicedo closer to each other in build-up. Having Thiago Silva out of the squad meant we could push the team a little bit higher. I mean, it meant we could press without being a bit frightened about losing the ball and having to deal with him in transitions. And we got a result. We got a very good result. Like, I'm really happy with the way that we played. I just need to see that a bit more, and I don't think I will. Palace away is coming up next. We should win that. everything after that game looks long. Man City away, the Carabao Cup final. We got Newcastle at home, Brentford away. If we can beat Leeds in the cup, we can push the Arsenal fixture away. Saturday 12:30 sounds like a 6-0 waiting to happen, and I don't need that. So we really need to progress through in the cup. Push that shit to May when you guys have already dropped the league title and it means nothing, like when we played each other last season. Then we can get away with a little 3-1 or something like that. But yeah, it was good to win. It was a really good performance. Just build on it. I beg, just build on it. We have zero consistency in this squad whatsoever. That's why I can't even get too gassed about it. Just do the same thing in the next match. Ideally, keep the team the same, except for bringing Cuckoo in and take Gallagher off. And try and win. Try and keep a run going. That's all I can ask.
It shouldn't be hard though, Lewis. They got no Gay, no Elise, no Eze. Like, you're screaming, the Chelsea, you're screaming for a win there, innit? No?
Yes, but like, I don't underestimate my club's ability to disappoint me. So
yeah, but they want Roy Hodgson on the verge of getting a sack, and usually when that happens, a battering comes, then he gets sacked, and then I think you hit them on a perfect day. You're lucky they didn't switch their manager. You're gonna batter.
Yeah, but I mean, Pochettino's always a loss away from the sack at this
True.
point.
Cole Palmer's going in my FPL. Don't copy.
I back him for a penalty. He wasn't at his best yesterday, I'll be real. He's probably one of the more disappointing players, but he's allowed an off day. I don't mind.
You know what, Lewis? It's good that you're not getting ahead of yourself, because could you sit in 100% safe Poch won't do a madness in the next game, playing a player out of his position and literally seeing what worked against Villa, just changing it up again? That's why I'm saying to Chelsea fans, just put a lid on it. But I agree with Kaz, you should batter Palace. If they had Elise and Eze, I'll probably back Palace to get something out of the game, but you should go there and it should be comfortable, not even just beat them. It should be a comfortable win as well.
I mean, it should, but we've had so many of those games where it should and it isn't, or it is and then we nearly just drop it at the end because we can't
Who
buy
you got
a
after
good
Palace?
second half performance.
Who do you play
And
next?
City at the Etihad.
Well, that's 3 points for them.
Continue it. Then you've got Tottenham. Then you've got
the Carabao Cup
Our game's been
Tottenham's
moved to
postponed.
April.
Oh, yeah. You got Brentford away.
No, there's no date confirmed for it.
Imagine this, yeah. They got City, right? Then they got Tottenham, whenever that'll be. They got the final. Then they got Leeds, whatever. Then they got Brentford away. They got Newcastle. They got Arsenal away. Then they got a Burnley. They got Man United at home. Yes, and then you're gonna have a fighting for their lives, Sheffield United.
Yeah, but
That's why that
Guys,
Leeds
the
game is
narrative.
so important to me. If we get that Leeds game sorted, then the Arsenal game gets moved. The most difficult fixture of the lot, other than City, gone. I don't have to worry about that till May or something.
Excuse me, we exist. We're harder than Arsenal, mate.
Hang on. If he wins,
I can't even say anything. We can't beat you regardless of the situation.
Thank
let
you.
me ask you something, Lewis. Right? If you beat Liverpool somehow by hook or crook, lift the League Cup, finish around 7th, and go somewhat far in the FA Cup, does he stay until next season?
You got to start singing the magic. Oh, he's magic.
He's magic.
Mauricio Pochettino.
Because let's be real, your form in the cups compared to your form in the league, it's like 2 different teams. It is 2 different teams. When you play in the cup, all of a sudden you start playing like, obviously you can. When you play in the league, you're getting slapped at home by Wolves.
But do you know what, Henry? This has been Chelsea the last 5-6 years.
I was going to say that.
I was saying, me and Kaz were speaking about earlier, like, they've always been a good cup team. The only difference from that period from about 2005, 2015, they were actually winning the cups. Difference is the last 6-7 years, they still get to the final, they just lose. Chelsea have been a good cup team, regardless of the regime, regardless of the owners. They're a good cup team. They just haven't been able to get over that. It's at the last level when you're Sonic and you're versing Dr. Eggman or do you know what I mean? I've just seen the chat.
Yeah, you just
that
see
when you're versing Dr. Eggman or like Thanos at the end. Chelsea just can't get over the final of recent years, but they've been a good cup team for the best part of the past 20 years.
Lewis,
I'm just hoping
what are you
we
saying
can
about
do
Gallagher?
something.
What are you saying about Gallagher, bro?
Hey, he finally scored. Thank God. It took him long enough, I mean, his tackling was better yesterday. He weren't committing 4 or 5 fouls a game. He was actually getting the ball for the most part. 1-touch passing still absolutely stinks, but the bar's low. We'll say it's a good performance based on his standards, but I mean, keep it up. Raise the price tag.
Yeah, Lewis, keep talking. I'm literally noting down most things you say. Trust me.
For what?
I need receipts now. I've had enough of you lot. It's ever since Roms saying, when did I say that? And then ever since I've been writing down stuff in my notepad. So just to back myself up on that.
But just do what I do, bro. Just clip up and keep it in the piggy bank. Put it in a hard drive. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, yeah, I'm actually gonna put a separate hard drive for receipts for every single stream I feature and find. Because trust me, I hear wild stuff on a basis, and I've got Mont saying, I never said that. Find me where I said that. I said, bro, you said it, but I just don't have the evidence right now. Yeah, it's gonna be there.
Now, welcome to Team Petty, man. Welcome to Team Petty.
But there's plenty of evidence of me not rating Gallagher. You can literally just any video.
Nah, you're consistent. Lewis is consistent. I can't.
I know, Lewis, you can't knock Lewis. It's like the hardest guy to roast ever in life.
I'll cook these players with you.
Lewis, do you know? I think could be
Lewis,
key. I was quickly going to say, do you know?
Think... go on.
I think there's a delay. Lewis, you see Carney, yeah? Even the start of this season, the way he started against West Ham, scored the goal, got injured, and even him slowly coming back. I think he's been on your bench again. I think he could play a big part from now to the end of the season. That's a player I rate, even from Villa when he was with Philogene and whatnot. I actually think that's a player that Poch needs to not necessarily start, because I think for other reasons, price tag and whatnot, he's not going to start in that team. But I feel like he needs more minutes, at least maybe the last 30 of games, because whenever he's on the pitch for you lot, you notice him. He impacts the game. I think Carney's a baller.
You see how Poch made the excuse of injuries all the time. Now that the players are back, he's barely using them. Chukwuemeka was literally warming up all through the second half, got told to get changed, was standing on the touchline as old ground, then got told to fuck off and sit back down on the bench. For nothing.
Standard.
For nothing.
Standard.
Like he's had 5 minutes against Villa in the first game. Then he had 45 minutes against Liverpool, looked pretty good. I'd have him starting over Gallagher right now, personally. Like I actually saw little good bits and pieces from him in the Liverpool game and the West Ham game, but no opportunities. Still no opportunities. I get there's lack of game time all around, but the fact that Gallagher gets so much minutes in our squad.
Yeah, but in that 4-4-2, I don't think no one would have worked other than Gallagher at that point because of that 4-4-2 where he pressed.
Actually, yeah, the way we set up.
Think of the way Kamara kept losing that damn ball. Yeah, it was because of Gallagher, man. That's his intensity.
Yeah,
that's fair. If Chukwuemeka was going to take anyone's position, it should have been Palmer's that match, not anybody else's.
Palmer should have been off. Like he was overdoing a lot, especially in the first half.
He just played simple. I think there was one way he tried to do that guy on the right, the left back, a couple times, Moreno. He's just like, mate, make your decision, and he ends up going back so far back. It's just a reset. But
it's because I feel like he tries to beat players too much.
It's because you know what it is, Lewis. Let's call it the way it is. Yeah, he's living off penalties. Like
I wouldn't say living off penalties.
Yeah, it's like Saka. You're living off penalties, not performances. Penalties.
Bro, he's got more non-penalty goals than Saka.
You mean half of his goals are penalties?
I actually don't think half of them.
You know why I stopped the bandwagon a little bit. I rate Palmer, and I think he's been your better player, right? And I don't. Anyone can chip in, right? But there's the biggest but there. When they started rating his performance, I think it was a 4-4 against Man City, and he only scored a penalty, and they started knocking him, trying to give him the class. Just because he scored a goal, they started calling him class. And after that, I'd realised, Chelsea fans, you're just a bunch of player FCs. Like, that's all you lot are.
I actually thought he had a good performance in that game. He was moving really well on the right-hand side. But I think it was a bit quiet around the first half. Second half, he really kicked into life. I remember one moment where I think he skinned 4 players and nearly scored brilliant individual goal by himself. Like, he did have a good performance in that game.
There's 90 minutes in the whole game.
I think it was more Sterling.
But like, he still played well.
More Sterling that game.
The whole game and bagged the penalty.
There's Lewis. Nice. There you go. There's Lewis. There's a bit of personality rather than giving them the media training type answers all the time.
What do you mean media training responses? I feel like I'm the least media trained person out there.
You're amazing.
I can't go a minute without swearing.
Wait, what do you mean about swearing? Did you hear Ian writing overlap yesterday? He was swearing, he's effing and blind and all sorts. You know?
I haven't seen the overlap in years. I'll be so real.
Cold plumber.
Lewis, I want to know your opinion on Sterling. I always back my yard man in it, but a lot of your fans are done with him now. What's your opinion on Sterling?
It's really difficult with Sterling because he creates chances, he draws fouls, he draws penalties. In terms of players being the most likely to get GNA for us, he's around the upper echelon of players, but he's frustrating. He's very frustrating. I can't say Sterling's a baller or anything like he can be, but it's just what Sterling are you getting on the day? He will give you like moments where he just drives aimlessly into players, or like he's just ignoring players, or it's a 1v1 and you know exactly what you're getting. And then just out of nowhere, bang, assist. Or he's just made 2 brilliant chances, or he's drove through 2 players and nearly scored. Like, it's just, he's one of those what you see is what you get players. And you just really, like, he's not the sort of guy you should build a team around. We've learned that the hard way, but I can't call him crap. He ain't crap. He's very inconsistent. And that's his problem.
Do you reckon 4-4-2 is going to be the new thing that he goes with? Because it seems to be the basis. It helps Jackson look quite mint on the left. Palmer gets a little bit of support, even though is he a right winger? Is he a attacking midfielder? But then he's got a bit of the false 9 drop deep type role. You are missing. I think that team misses an Nkunku in it, and I think you're doing something. Chukwuemeka can earn his position, whether it's on the left or right. You know, like these days,
you have Nkunku for Gallagher. I'm fine with that. I think that could work.
I'm interested to see if he plays him on Sunday. Nothing more than seeing some Palace fans get riled, aka D, which I will find out tomorrow.
What are you saying, Lewis, for Jackson? Because he looks like more of an inside forward now that I saw him. I think he played really, really well. I think Madueke needs to keep his position. Fernandez, bro, what a flipping free kick, bro. Unstoppable,
Beautiful,
bro.
Man.
I hear that, but
that was crazy.
Taking off your shirt, like, come on now.
Yeah, all of that.
Send me a message. I'm staying.
He done the same thing.
All your BS articles about me leaving, I'm staying.
It's the first thing he's done in the Chelsea shirt. And like,
I know what you're going to say, Cad. He done it for Benfica.
He done it for Benfica, the exact same thing, and he left literally the next week.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. He didn't have a 9-year contract with them. Even if he wants to go, where are you going? You're here for the rest of this decade,
don't get me wrong,
bro.
it's an unbelievable free kick. It was like Payet's against United all those years back.
It wasn't it. That's what I was trying to compare that free kick.
I was like, why are you taking off your like win the trophy? But yeah, but like we're in the 4th round. I know I can't talk because we've been knocked out.
That's why it's like, nah, get out of here.
What'd you say?
You saw them Mino comparisons.
Yeah, but like,
it's crazy. Running crazy. Yo, you know what's mad about Chelsea lot? Yeah, they're comparing a £105 million staple signing to one of our academy graduates. Crazy.
No,
innit?
we're not.
Shameless.
We're not. We're saying you guys did.
Shameless. We didn't do it. What do you mean? Your man started it. What's his name?
It was your fan base that were doing
it. That CFCP. And my cousin is one of the biggest accounts on Chelsea, and he's deluded, bro. And when I get him on YouTube, I'm gonna pop him out. Yeah, I won't bait him.
Your fans have spent the last 2 weeks comparing him. It's not been us.
Anyways, he wants to celebrate like if he wants to celebrate like he plays for Tottenham, then by all means.
Whoa.
But Lewis,
I'm number 10 if he does that. He ain't taking his shirt off.
But Lewis, you think
your number 10's doing this? He's got the dance.
Yeah, he's doing the old flipping.
When Dan James tried to do
Taylor,
it,
mate.
When Dan James tried to do it for equalising 2-2, I think it was against Palace or whoever it was. Yeah,
when he did that,
yeah, he got sold the next year. That's the bit.
Because you're a little bit shameless because all of you Man United fans were twerking, bro. When Lingard used to do that one, all of you lot were getting gas, bro.
I know.
Now he's out in South Korea, mate.
It wasn't just that. He was moonwalking. He was doing all them MJ moves.
I never heard Kaz saying, "Oh, it's too much." No, leave it. No,
in this match, you know the difference was, it was a Niesman Stadium for one, and Shameless was all I had. That's all I had. What else did I have to go off of? It's been a shit decade.
What does Lewis have? What does Lewis have?
Yeah, well, Lewis is starving, right?
Yo,
Lewis has Lewis has heritage.
I got this. Why even the medals are here?
Lewis.
You might be in the mud, but never forget us.
Lewis. But Lewis,
Kaz is shameless. I can't lie. To be bringing that up here when you man were getting bare zesty about the Jay Lings thing, yeah, and the dances and that. With Pogba now. There in the bar.
Yo, but Lewis, can I ask you a question, Lewis?
Yeah, sure.
Hey,
I was going to ask you. You know, like all Chelsea fans, Chelsea fans are having a meltdown now, isn't it? But it's really sacking Poch the answer, bro. Because think about it.
Yes.
No, but think about it, Lewis. Let me say something. You know, like Chelsea fans, you're going off. Well, like I know when Abramovich come in, all right, 2005, you won league titles, you sacked managers, you brought managers, you sacked managers. It was working back then, and you won loads of titles. But then when the last manager you sacked was Conte, You sacked about 7 managers and it hasn't worked. But what's happened?
How's
now
it
with
not
your club?
worked? We sacked a manager and won the UCL 4 months later.
Yeah, but where
How's it
is he
not
now?
worked?
I'm
He's
on about
at
the
another
league.
club. But how are you saying
Yeah,
it
but
didn't
what,
work?
yeah, but it hasn't. If you think,
How did it not work when we won a UCL based off that
bro,
sacking?
no, because if you look at the table right now, bro, I wouldn't be worried about Champions League. I'd be worried about trying to catch Bournemouth.
Yeah, and why is that?
That's
Why
the
is
truth, yeah,
that?
because you've got no structure in your team. You can't just
why is that?
That's what happened.
Why
That's
is
what
that?
happened
Oh,
with
let's
our
get to
rivals
the
with
reason.
Project
Why do
Youth,
we have
bro.
no structure in our team?
You can't blame the manager after 6 months.
Yes, I can.
No, who are you going to bring in then?
Yes, I can.
It's going to be the same scenario. You got the
This is
same
such an
players.
ignorant comment. This is a dumb comment.
Lopetegui, Mourinho,
this
get him
comment,
out.
man.
Get him out.
I'm not
You
being-
have literally explained why. Instead of being in top 4 conversations where we should be, I'm here trying to escape.
Yeah, but your
Bournemouth
players not good
as well.
enough, bro. Your players ain't good enough.
But 11,
My players are
11th
better
is not
than 11th
acceptable.
place.
11th
No,
for
bro, yo,
Chelsea
look,
Football
you know,
Club.
My
Modric,
players are better than 11th place.
11th isn't
No.
acceptable.
You can't say that because look, you bought
Yes, I can.
Modric.
Yes, I can.
You were there, but you bought Modric for like 90
Why is
million.
Mudryk
He's
always
not even
everyone's
established.
first example?
No, but that's
why
the players
can't
you
it be
bought.
other players? Enzo is not an 11th place
You
player.
bought okay.
Caicedo
What's his name?
isn't.
Is it
As much as I
Caicedo?
dislike Gallagher,
That's
he
cheap
isn't.
of you, yeah, because you was part of the Arsenal army that were twerking their bum for Mudryk, yeah. So don't.
I
think
was
about
just
Mudryk.
about to say that.
Yeah?
Fuad,
You
the
man
last
was
stream I was on
twerking.
with you, Fuad,
You are
you're like,
shameless.
yep, we
You are
got
shameless.
Mikalo wrapped up. You were
You are
excited.
shameless.
But bro,
That's actually
I'm
the
glad he
last
never
time I was
come
on
now.
stream.
Bro, I'm glad he never come because you know what? I was wrong. Mikel was right. We would have got knocked.
You don't know that though
I
because
said
the
Mikel
you know
was
what?
right, like Mikel didn't
Fuad,
want it.
you
that's out your song, innit? We got Super Mikel. He knows exactly what you need. So, do you know what I mean? Of course
He's
he
the
was
best
right.
looking
Of course,
Spaniard.
bro. Of course, bro.
Pochettino
Like I
needs
said.
to go immediately. He is a virus.
Nah,
Let me
nah,
ask you,
bro, I don't
virus.
think. Yo, Joe,
Please don't
Chelsea,
condone terrorism on this channel, my friend.
Yeah, but who are you going to get?
You
If he
should be on
walks out right
Interpol's
now,
most wanted, top
Innit?
5. and he
Henry,
isn't
tell him,
fit.
Henry, who are they going to get
all
right
I'm
now?
asking is, who,
You know
if
what,
want to do
Lewis,
this
yeah?
process stuff,
Lopetegui, Mourinho, all
Lopetegui ain't
available
leaving,
right now.
Jose
I will
ain't coming
take
back.
one of the 3.
so
Well,
who
you know
else?
what? I'd like us to try. And if not, give me
I'd like
anybody
us to
with
try.
basic game management and a basic structure.
even your
and we'll be
FFP,
better
you
than
can't
where
go
we
and
are
chuck
with this
like
fraud.
another 300-400 million at it because your book's saying
We
you're
don't
as
need to
balanced
throw
as a
money at
seesaw.
it. I need to throw a better coach at it. My
That was
players
hella
are fine.
flamboyant, Lewis. That was hella flamboyant. We need to try.
What was?
We need to try.
Lewis, can I ask you something here? See, Chelsea fans, I've heard this question a lot recently. If I know you well, you want to win the final against us, but you
Oh, of
do
course.
know if you win the final against us, that's another lifetime contract for Poch, you know. It's kind of a
That'd be the
double-edged
first
sword.
trophy he's won in England.
I have to take
Oh,
the
yeah.
cup. Like, I'm not going to say I want us to lose. I need us to win that. That's probably my best
fair.
opportunity at Europe with this dickhead. So
Yeah, but you got to
Fair.
play the season.
You know that gets you in the conference league, doesn't it?
more rotation. At
You
least
know,
some of these youth players would actually have
I
more
was going to
minutes.
say that. With their
What's a
kindergarten club,
trophy?
that would be good. That would be good,
Like,
bro.
if
They
we
need
can't
that.
win the Conference League, we really are washed. So just go into the Conference League and take it. I'd rather
Welcome to
Europa
the
though.
life.
Like at least that's
I-
a second route into the Champions
Welcome
League.
to the life of Project
And you
Youth,
know what-
man. All it is
you know
is
what,
fake
Lewis?
dreams, fake
No, but bro, like
expectations.
this would be better
Lewis,
with a
you're-
different coach.
you're shameless
Before
as
the
well.
Liverpool game, right? If we had won 3 games, including Aston Villa at home, we'd be joint 4th. That's the difference. And that's how far we've been held back with this stupid manager and this crap game management. No good second half to save our lives.
I think your players overrated, mate.
I can't lie. I agree with you. I agree with you,
Yes.
Lewis. We was talking about this the other day, yeah. And there's no reason to be playing Levi Cole at left back. There's no reason to be playing flipping Chilwell at left wing and say, I think he can add goals to his game. The man's deluded. You know what? He's a dinosaur in this Premier League right now. Like, there's no reason why Mourinho can't come on an interim basis, that just for 6 months and just hold it down. It boosts his CV a little bit if he does something, right? Like, that team, you know what it is? That team should be 10 points, at least minimum 10 points better. Their structure's crap, yeah. It's proper garbage, yeah. But it doesn't mean that that doesn't mean that the players are also garbage and the manager doesn't get things wrong. My manager decided to play Scott McTominay, Bruno, like next to each other consistently without changing it whatsoever, and it made no sense. Like, I don't want Ten Hag around because I think we would have been better off this season. His lineups have been very, very questionable, and you have to ask yourself what you've been doing on the training pitch because I don't see no patterns. That's because there's been 2 games of nice structure, a bit of nice play,
3 on the bounce. Come
That's
on.
a great segue. That
Ten
is a
Hag
great
in.
segue to Man
What?
United. To Man United. Listen, Man United are back. new stadium and that.
Back.
Have you heard the links about you might be sharing stadium with City?
But then
What's
I've
your take
also,
on
I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I don't
You
mind.
don't
Yeah, I want us. We're not back from nothing. We ain't won no major trophy to be back. What are we back from? Exactly. Like
Kaz,
I'm just.
but was it you
I
telling
was-
me
I
if the
was-
new Old Trafford that Sir Jim gets out more share or something?
He already
It's
has.
good times, but
He's got 3% extra. But what's it called? He's on 28. But mate, like this is all cute and everything, but the stadium is potentially going to be next to Man United's, and you get to use Old Trafford still. I don't know. I think they're consulting the fans first to make them feel involved before saying we're still going to go ahead with what we want to do. It's because that's what businesses do. To be fair, right? I don't believe in Ten Hag. I don't like his tactics. I believe they're a bit too hectic. I'm yet to see anything. Just because you won 2 games against who was it again? Port Vale, a dusty West Ham, and who's the one before that? Again, I can't remember.
Nottingham Forest.
No, it wasn't them. I keep forgetting the name. Beat them
Newport.
away.
Newport.
Who did we beat away
Oh,
from
yeah,
home? Wolves. We still conceded bare goals, man. Like we still conceded 2 against Newport. We still conceded 3 against Wolves in the dying minutes. Guys, it's giving me bottle job vibes. Like honestly, I don't believe in him right now until he makes me. If he proves me wrong, then great, because that's amazing. I don't mind being wrong about stuff, but right now, I don't believe we're gonna go to Aston Villa and do anything. That's why I don't believe in no Ten Hag. And with Manchester United and its new structure, again, I'm optimistic about Ratcliffe. That's why I changed my name instantly when he got taken over to Sir Cascliffe, because I liked what I was seeing. I did, because he's bringing in a structure. Apparently, we're having a director of football announced very soon, and it's not no Paul Mitchell. Stop twerking over Tottenham nonsense, and then we can move on and see from there.
He would have been like really good for United.
No, he wouldn't. He's good for Tottenham. He's
No,
not good
no,
for
no.
Man United.
Bro, he signed in 6 years. He signed Walker, Rose, Alderweireld, Dembele, Wanyama, Son, Ericsson.
Let me know what they've won.
Well,
Yeah,
Modric.
but you're about to beat them.
Modric's won
Stadium and no trophies.
5 Champions League.
And not just that, he's a Man City fan. So even worse. So basically, I think there's better
Right.
CVs out there that we can grab. I like the idea of Mitchell as a recruitment, but as a director of football, I don't think there's a perfect CV out there for Manchester United, in my opinion. Right? It's whoever I will back whoever they do choose at the end of the day. I can have my opinion, but
Michael Edwards.
the thing is, I would no. He's happy doing his freelance thing, to be honest.
No.
I want. No, I want Julian Ward, because I just want to absolutely shit on Liverpool.
I would hate that.
I would absolutely love it.
I would hate
Julian Ward, give me him. Yeah, I'll go get the Roma director. See AS Roma, you know, the Ndika signings, all that gets overlooked. Why are we not looking at him? I think we might have got linked today, to be fair. But look, I just want structure before players. Does that sound mad? For once, I'm tired. I don't want to look like Chelsea when they go get Brighton
You
mid-table.
need a plan, like a plan of action. Like at the moment,
Exactly. Look at Tottenham. Look, we might laugh at Tottenham and giggle about them right now, but their structure and their recruitment is top notch. You could say maybe one sign has been a fall off since the Pedro Porro signing, maybe one. That's it, and it's good business at the end of the day. I want to make moves like that. I don't want to be paying 250 million for midfield just for one not to be flipping available, and we are setting the bar set so low for them that we give them excuses all day, aka Chelsea. Do you get what I mean? That's I don't know, man. I want to go.
Beat them though. You can beat them, man. You know what I mean?
I
You can have the
wanna beat
bar
them.
with the new
I
stadium.
don't
You can
wanna
have
beat
the
them.
longest bar in Manchester, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could have go-karting. You could have you could have Man United. Yeah, you can have the Mancunian Afro Nation. You know what I'm saying? There, you could have.
Not even this that North
be
side.
there.
You can have NFL partnerships. Like soccer is already at Old Trafford. Bro. You can host all these things, bro. So
Again, I'm just optimistic about Man United, and until I see it, I don't believe it. So, until I do see it, then I will believe it.
Are you happy about your ownership getting a new stadium? And I asked that, yeah. All banner aside, your ownership, yeah, been taking dividends out of your club, yeah, even in the state that it's in. Do you look at this new stadium and think, wait, hold on, you man are just trying to make more revenue that you lot are going to get a bigger piece of the pie from? Because ultimately, if they get a new stadium, you're left with the debt. If they sell the club, the value of the club goes up. So they're winning either way. They can still take more dividends out because you're getting more revenue. Do you really think they're going to use the new stadium for the betterment of Man United, or is it to line their pockets?
As far as I know, from what I've read up, is that in 3 years the Glazers will have a decision where they can go, like they can actually kick Sir Jim Ratcliffe out as well at the same time. I think they're in an exit plan anyways, personally, because I don't think they have no involvement in none of this. I don't think you would plan all of this just to have a small piece of the pie. I don't believe Ratcliffe's in this for the money too tough. He's already a billionaire. He's got nothing to prove. He just wants to leave a legacy. And that's what I think at 70 years of age. The thing is with Ineos is like they are winners at the end of the day, or they do compete at a high level. Not everywhere they've done is spectacular, in my opinion. It could be better. But with the Glazers, until they go, none of this is an achievement, in my opinion, because they're sickening, they're sickos. I don't like none of them. I don't think none of them should be around anywhere near football or sports in general, because they just make situations work. Go look at the other businesses and how much debt they're in. The thing is, shifting debt's not hard. If Ratcliffe wanted to, he could just shift the debt towards Ineos and we're debt free. That's how easy it is. That's how business is manipulated. So the way I look at it, I'm quite calm with it all, and I think the debt, anyways, even if it was to be shifted, I want to. Bro, we should be hitting £1 billion revenues easy every year anyways. Like, what's 700, 800 million? How is Liverpool near? How is Man City close to us in revenue? Make it make sense. How is Liverpool even near us? We can talk about what success. You've barely won anything in the last 8 years.
No,
bro.
I said recent success. It makes sense.
You've had one cup of each domestic trophy in the last 3 years.
Yeah, but it's still success. So you can't say how
we've won nothing. And we're up there. We have won absolutely now.
You got a low wage bill, and Tottenham. Come on, of course.
And all the other events, Beyonce, Wizkid, and that they all generate.
Liverpool. You got to bear in mind, Liverpool are massive in the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah, you can't say how the hell do we have more.
Yeah, they're massive.
Recently, it makes sense. If you also go over 20 years, I hear you. But recently, it makes sense why our revenues
are massive,
more than yours. It makes sense.
What have you done in the last? One second. What have you done in the last 3 years? Let me know. I'll match it.
Win trophies.
What ones?
No, but the fan base was always there.
We sell out. I know you hold more, but we sell out every week. We've won. Cool. If you're gonna go the last 3 years, it's only Carabao.
Yes, because I'm doing it year by year. By the way, the last couple of years, especially that Liverpool being near our revs, that's what says everything I need to know.
Wait, if you're gonna go last 2, if you're gonna go last 2 years, I hear you. But if you're gonna go from about 2017 to 2020, it is more than justifiable, bro. Champions League, Prem, and we're selling out every week. That makes sense. The last couple of years, you're right. We've not won enough to warrant our revenue.
Exactly. So the whole point is the fact that they earn 20 more million of revs to Manchester United when it's little old Liverpool won exactly the same amount of trophies, I think, as we have in the last couple of years, bar the FA Cup, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that one. Did we win it? No, I don't think we did. Just one more. That's not worth much prize money. The fact is, it's embarrassing. But anyways, look, I don't want to even do up the whole structure stuff. It's boring. On the pitch, show me what you can do at the end of the season anyways. Because right now, I don't want you involved. I don't even know if he's going to still be in charge come June, because let me know what new owners have come in on the sporting side anyways and have kept the same manager.
Henry, you were just mentioning about you guys' revenue. Your revenue now is way surpassed Arsenal's. You're up there with the highest revenue. How have your club been able to do it?
Different revenue streams. We'll take in the next 2 years, we will be close to Real Madrid. He's got fingers in so many pies. It is unbelievable. But you'll see WWE, UFC, Taylor Swift. You will see absolutely every entertainment. You can laugh what you want, but you will see it like that stadium. I mean, let's be real. We're probably not going to see any trophies for a long time.
Nice.
I don't believe that. You know, if
every
you can
bit of gold lifted there except a league title.
Yeah, and that's just the way it's been. But like, what annoys me is when you look at all these different revenue streams, and then we're going to spend £47 million on Brennan Johnson, like the most expensive BJ of all time. Like, what are we? Like we go to Nottingham Forest and don't come away with Gibbs. Like he doesn't suit the system. Like, and when it comes in the markets now, in the summer, there's no excuse for Tottenham not to go out there and get a world-class midfielder or a world-class forward. When you look at the amount of money we're bringing in, there's no excuse now. You know, they've brought in a new director of football, Langer from Villa, who's got a track record of signing good players. You got one of the guys who built the City group, Scott Munn. Tottenham will now go into multi-club ownership because that's what they want to build their model on. There's going to be, he's got his hand in so many pies, but I want to see the ambition matched on the pitch. We've got world-class facilities, probably the best training facilities in the country right now, probably the best stadium in the country right now. Let's be real until United get theirs done. But on the pitch, like we've spent 150 million on Richarlison, Kulusevski, and Johnson, and you never know which out of the three of them is going to turn up. Richarlison at the moment is scoring goals. But we could have just spent our money so much better. Like we spent, I think it's something like 260 million less than Man United since the Premier League began. And if you look at what they've won compared to what we've won, it's night and day. It's absolutely insane how much money we have wasted down the toilet now. Like Ndombele, Lo Celso, Brian Hill. I mean, since Harry Kane, let's be real, since Harry Kane started playing for Tottenham before he left, did we bring a world-class player in through the door who was world-class at that moment in time? No, we didn't.
I can't. I think you should be a little bit more optimistic. I think
I'm optimistic now because I see a plan.
But the fact everything you said everything you just said must lead to ambition. They've changed your sporting director. You got Johan Lange involved.
Right now.
Johan Lange only came in. Don't get me wrong, not that long ago, but he's been a technical director. He's Danish, right? If you want to know, right? Look at your signings; they're good signings. What don't matter if Brendan Johnson fails because you probably could still ship him if you really wanted to for 30 million. You'll make a little bit of a loss, but guess what? It didn't work out, and you probably needed an English player, and quite soon that was pretty evident, right? And then you look at Richarlison; that was before him, anyways. But you look at everywhere.
Now I actually see a plan. I can see.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So next season, the whole point is you don't need to go and buy a world-class midfielder.
No, we don't. But we're crying out desperately for a whole.
I know, I hear it, but you just need to. What world-class midfielders are technically out there that's really available that Tottenham can realistically grab when every sign you're making is just proving everyone wrong. And now Adoji, how much ever you put in for is probably worth double that. You know, you look at Basuma and Sarr are both worth double their price.
Porro as well.
Horror is probably worth double
right
the
direction.
price.
He's right.
Exactly. So everywhere, Van der Ven is looking like £100 million type midfielder. The thing is, you've only got an 11.
Henry, I'm pissed we didn't get him now. Because remember, it was both of us. I'm looking at him. I am actually pissed we didn't get him.
Yeah, not every signing is going to be great, but everything that Tottenham spews in terms of
it's not every signing's got to be great, but it's when we spend big money
you don't need
on Brendan Johnson where he doesn't fit the system at all.
Correct it next season then, because you're linked with Pedro Neto now. He'll be interesting.
If we sign Pedro Neto, right?
Love, bro.
And that's the sort of signing I want to see. He can add so much to the team.
And if he was to sign him, that's a statement of intent because Arsenal will be in for him, will be in for him once Salah probably leaves. United will be in for him. I think everyone bar Man City in the top 6 will probably be in. I wouldn't even be surprised if City will be in for him.
They're in for him. They are in.
Exactly. All right, cool. Everyone in the top 6 will be in for him. So if he was to pick Spurs, that's massive. That shows the direction you're
a Bugvali guy, whatever his name is, the fact that he picked you, Bergwijn, the fact that he picked you, a wonder kid, a kid with a lot of potential over Barcelona. I'm telling you now, that tells you everything the direction the Premier League, Tottenham, and all other clubs are moving, especially the Prem, compared to the La Ligas and everything. That might be shifting a little bit. Who wants to go to the Barcelonas of the world?
Did it as well. Like Bayern was sitting there saying they want them to be the replacement for De Ligt. And he hasn't played a minute for us yet, I don't think. Like
Henry, they come in hard though, didn't they? Tottenham, like he was ready. Bayern Munich was sniffing around, and Barcelona ready. Even they said Real Madrid might have took, and Tottenham just come out of nowhere, bam. So,
but this is what I wanted. This is what I've been calling for so long, and now we've got a plan.
Henry, you're even looking at. You're even looking at that guy, Ange's old guy from Celtic. How do you pronounce it? Kyoto? No, I think Kyoto as well. I don't know how concrete the links are, but even him, if he was to get him, I've been saying it with, and I know we're going to run jokes and whatnot. Cliche, top Spurs fans say this every year. I genuinely believe, I'm not saying it'll be Prem or champs for now, but he'll win you some silverware. If Levy backs him, I think most Brown fans, maybe not Arsenal because of agendas and whatnot, but I think most Brown fans can see the plan of Spurs. I think you'll be successful under Ange. Whether if it just depends if Levy's going to back him.
But is it agendas? Because even Henry said it, when they spent big money, on Soldado, they had to try and make it work. When they got Ndombele, they had to try and make it work. Every time they spend big money and it doesn't work out, they have to try and make it work. They don't replace him straight away. Is it an agenda to say when they should have spent money under the same ownership with Poch that was giving them good football and getting the maximum out of the team, that he wasn't backed? We're just going off of what we've seen, and it's not like it's new ownership. It's the same people running it. You'd like to believe it changed.
Yeah, but they got new directors now, innit? New directors, new Levi's have employed their people. The club structure's changed.
Yeah, but who calls the shots though, Fuad? It's the owner. Exactly.
Yeah, but he's changed. But what he's done though, you've got to give him credit. He swallowed his pride, and he's got the best scouts out there too.
But if he swallowed his pride, he should have replaced Harry Kane. If you're swallowing his pride, he left.
Yeah, but bro, you can't replace. It's not that. Do you know, as fans on YouTube, look, name me a striker better than Kane in the summer. Don't even mention Ivan Toney because there's levels between them.
No, but let's keep it real. At the start of the season,
let's keep it real. There's no one. They can't.
Let me ask Henry. Henry, you're the top
fact, though, isn't it? It's no one better than Kane in England.
Did you expect Richarlison to be scoring like this, or did you feel like he left you light?
Kane's a world-class player.
I think in terms of the system, Richarlison was going to score goals, but you can't. You need two players to come in and replace Kane. What I will say is, like, when you got a player like that who's, you know, goes 100% against your FFP because he's an academy player, and let's be, in my opinion, he's the best number 9 on the planet. Some people might say Haaland, people say everything else, but it's what he did as well with the playmaking side of things. You need 2 or 3 players to bring in. Tottenham aren't. Levy was never going to go out and drop 70 million on Tony or 50 million on Watkins. He was never going to do that. So Richarlison, in this, they're always going to move Son to the striker and bring in a wide player, and that's what they've done. We haven't replaced Harry Kane in terms of a player. We're actually scoring more goals because of the system we're playing in than we ever did under Pochettino.
You know what's funny? Yeah, can I add one thing? This would be the most Spursy thing ever if Kane goes to Bayern Munich and don't even win a damn trophy.
And I got Eric Dyer.
Oh my god!
How is Eric Dyer in a Bayern Munich
and Henry? He tried to sign Trippier as well. Like Tuchel just wants to run it back to Spurs of old.
Let's sing.
He wanted Walker. He wanted Walker as well. I think. Walker.
Yeah, I know, it's mad. How is Dyer in a Bayern Munich shirt?
Crazy.
You know, he just said it, Dork Knight. You know, like a Mateus Cunha in a Spurs shirt, yeah, in that central midfield kind of attacking role. Oh, yeah. Run it back, Dembele. But I've been telling Cunha moves like Dembele. I got called a madman. Tell me I'm a madman now, please. I would like to know this.
We just need someone in that 6.
Henry, why can't you defend set pieces? Why can't you defend set pieces?
But but you know what? A guy just put it and said, "Don't defend thing." Ivan Toney and Blakovic ain't on Harry Kane's level. I'll be straight. Kassim, you get me, bro? They're not. Yo, we all seen Kane play live. You seen him. You seen the difference between when you play for Kane and Vlahovic and Ivan. There's levels, bro. Football YouTubers can have an opinion, but when you've seen it with your own eyes, there's levels to this. So them 2 players, they're both in with Kings.
What makes you have more levels? I swear you're YouTuber.
Because I've seen the guy's more class, bro.
Get me? Do you know me? Do you know Ivan Toney, bro? Do you know Ivan Toney, bro? He's a baller, man. No, he's a baller. But okay, let me go off your methods. When he played against Man City last week, he was one with the keeper. He missed it. If that was Havertz or something, the whole world's having a meltdown.
Havertz is shit.
Bro, exactly. What are you talking about? Why are you coming? That's his level, bro. Louder. Henry, no. I'm not going to let you do this. I know what you're doing. Yeah, Henry, why is it, yeah? What did you think about the 2-2 draw against Everton? Yeah, and why can't you guys defend set pieces?
And you've got one of the tallest teams in the Prems.
Because we've got no centre-back other than Dragusin who's good in the air. Van de Ven and Romero are both awful in the air. Right, what is Romero doing for that second goal, by the way? Right, but I was screaming the whole week, get Dragusin at centre-back. He is statistically the 3rd best centre-back in Europe in the air. He is a monster in the air, Radu Dragusin. But what rattles me more than anything is Ange's game management, that game, the last 15 minutes, punching walls. Right, we're the sort of team now that 2-1 in 85th minute would rather go for a 3rd goal than just see the game out. I don't like that.
You brought on the extra defender. You brought up Højbjerg for my man.
Yeah, but come on, like, Højbjerg's never, like, when you got Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
I don't support your argument. He came on. The 3rd best man in the year in Europe.
We're bringing on Brian Hill in the 80.
I said that, by the way, Henry. I said that was absolute. That's
was it 88th minute?
Yeah, that
something
was
like that.
I rated him last year.
If you need someone to defend
substitutions and 2-3 of them made no sense.
Yeah, and that was the sort of game where the 75th minute you could see Everton were the crowd, Goodison Park and all that. Bring on Radu Dragusin, who could literally just sit on Calvert-Lewin and beat him in the air every day of the week. The guy is a monster. Have you seen what he looks like? He looks like a bodyguard in Manchester. He is a beast, an absolute tank. Put him on Calvert-Lewin and go to a more defensive-minded system. But Ange wants to get a 3rd goal, and I respect it because he's never going to change his footballing philosophy. He'll attack. But set pieces, Man City, Vicario gets bodied. They get a tap in. Everton, the same thing happens. We need to get someone on that near. Whenever you watch, if you go back and look at both the screenshots, we've got no one covering that near post. Like now, if we go up against Brighton and Dunk makes a front post run, or Ferguson makes a front post run, we are open like Riley Reid. Literally, we are getting carved up.
But
Right after-
this thing about oh look at the
Where
stature
did
of
that come
Jerusalem, yeah?
from, by
I've
the
heard,
way?
I've heard
Just
top
got right,
gooners,
no.
yeah. We had it
Henry,
with
if only
Kolasinac,
you knew
bro.
about earlier. If only you knew about earlier.
We heard
It's
this about
crazy.
Kolasinac at Arsenal. Oh, look at him, he's a tank. Look how big he is. Are you going off of the stature of Dragusin?
No, but Dragusin's actually a good centre back. Kolasinac was trash.
You know what the
Yeah,
man?
but
Henry.
you're talking
Wait,
about physique.
wait. Can we debunk this?
I've seen him.
Can we debunk this? Can we debunk this real quick? Who did Dragusin play for before this?
Do you know what I think?
Did you know in
You know
Italy?
what?
But you know what? Do you know what, Henry?
And
One
one
minute,
minute,
Kaz.
One
Kaz,
second, Rums. How many games did we watch of Genoa this season, lads, altogether?
That's what
I've
I'm
not
saying.
watched any. I've not watched any.
None.
So how do we know that this man, because I said it myself, is a good centre back or not?
So I said,
Well, my argument is, if you're 20 years of age and one of the biggest club in the world, like Bayern Munich, are coming out saying, we want this guy, he's the guy, he's going to be a long-term replacement for any of our centre-backs, and then Tottenham come in, and then other clubs are linked, you're not going to be a bad player, are you? If Bayern Munich are coming in, let's be real.
Yeah, but again, that's because Bayern Munich might want. But Bayern Munich's whole strategy of the last year and a half, you said it yourself, they got dire. Like they wanted up.
That kind of flaws my argument.
It's a bit mad, isn't it? It's like their direction. They've sacked out whatever the hell, Slamhan Danovic, whatever his name is.
Who?
Slamsic. I don't know what his name. Their director of football. They got rid of him. They brought in someone new. Marco Neps leaving. Yeah, it's a mad name. I don't even know his name. I just call him Sammy Hopia, basically. But yeah, it's.
I believe he will be a good centre back at Tottenham. But the problem we've got is Cass.
Yeah,
he ain't going to get in. Like if you've got a winning system of Romero and Van der Ven, and you're winning football matches, and we're only in the Premier League for the remainder of the season. If it's not broken, don't fix it. The only way he gets in right now is if we get an injury.
Yeah, the thing is, I've been saying it for time. Romero is super overrated.
100.
Anyways, super overrated. And that was by you, man.
If you're going over that Brighton game, would you drop Romero and bring in Dragusin?
Well, to be fair, the difference is I know Dragusin's because I looked at his stats, and that's the only thing I can go off, by the way. And I've actually only watched 2 games of his for Genoa this season, and I only caught that by chance. What I do know, he's a bit stiff on the turn, but other than that, he's aerially he is dominant. To be fair, he's got a good leap on him and whatnot. He's got decent pace and that. Against a Brighton, they don't really have big players like that. So maybe a Romero might be more cut out. I don't think this might be not the game to really introduce him into because they want to play ball and like the same way you do. I think he would suit a different type of team that you need to bring him into. But I think it's Romero. He's just a walk-in red card, and then when he loses his rag, it's just he's overrated. Overrated doesn't mean shit player, by the way. I think he's a good defender, but he's not world class. Like, you know what I mean? Next to Van der, like with Romero, it's just a bit of a liability, isn't it? That's all that is.
You know, that's what it is. Because I always say to Spurs fans, when I say Romero is just a decent centre back, they're like, oh my god, you haven't watched him. It's like, no, I have. On the ball, breaking lines, dribbling, he's actually good. But for me, part of being a centre back is your temperament. If you can't rely on him in a big moment that he might get sent off, for me, that's part of his makeup. So yeah, on the ball he's good, but his whole makeup as a centre back overall, that's why I always have to kind of put him a notch down. But I want to go back to the set piece aspect, Henry. The irony for me is, aren't you lot high in the metric for scoring goals and set pieces for your height? Because Porro's delivery, he has got one of the best deliveries in the league. It is insane. I think at Old Trafford, one of your goals was from his corner, and I think there was another chance that just went over. I think Van der Ven's put it wide or just over from one of his deliveries. But the fact you're so good offensively at your set pieces, you should think that you would be good defensively at your set pieces. It must be very frustrating as a Spurs fan because you've got one of the taller teams in the Prem as well.
Yeah, when you look at the attacking side of things, Richarlison's pretty good in the air. Bentancur's pretty good in the air. But defensively, like if you look at that screenshot, I put it on Twitter or something. You got 5 players ball watching in the penalty area, and the only player that's going to attack the ball, I think, was Van der Ven and Udogie. You got 5 players just before the 6-yard box, just looking at the ball rather than actually trying to put a foot in. And the problem is, it doesn't matter what manager we've got, whether it's Jose Conte, Poch. I never, ever, ever, as a Spurs fan, feel comfortable we're in a 2-1 lead because there's always that. I mean, we've conceded dropped more points, from winning positions than any team in Prem history. Like, since the
Wow.
beginning of the Prem. So whenever we're 2-1 up at Goodison, or if we're 2-1 up at Old Trafford, I never, until we get a completely set back four and the DM in front, which is what we had under Poch with Walker, Rose, Vertonghen, and all of our old, and you had Wanyama sitting in front with Dembele. Even then, I'm like, something's going to crop up here. And we have the amount of times we've just thrown away results like this season, 1-0 up in the 89th minute and lose 2-1 to Wolves by the 95th minute. Just stupid defensive problems. And that's why I think that one of the biggest problems with this team is we don't have anyone that can play that anchor role in the six. Sarr, as good as Toure is, he's not a six. As good as Basuma is, he's not the six we need. Bentancur's not the six. We need someone to sit in front and sweep up who's good at playing out from the back as well. We don't have.
I'm happy you said,
It's mad.
Henry,
I'm looking. This is mad.
Henry, I'm happy you said that, you know, because Spurs fans sometimes, not all of them, but some have this notion that Basuma's a six. For me, I've always said he's more of an 8. He likes to be on the ball. He's more box to box. He likes to get forward. I know what you mean. You just need that guy to kind of just sit there. And I've been saying this as well. I think everything you said, you're spot on.
I'd take Zubimendi from Sociedad.
Well, a lot of the reports, we've apparently joined the race now. If Alonso comes, he's been speaking to him, whatnot. We've apparently joined the race along with Arsenal and United.
Someone to sit in front. Like the closest thing we've got to a six who can play that role is Ollie Skip, but he ain't that good. He's trash.
I used to rate him. I used to rate him.
You used to rate Ollie Skip.
Yeah, I used to rate him still.
But we don't have anyone, and that's the problem. Like our midfield, we've got too many. We've got good players, but we've got too many similar profiles. Like Sarr and Basuma both play the same role. I mean, Sarr's energy levels. I mean, that guy could cover the pitch 3 times over. But like Basuma comes back this weekend. The guy's had 2 red cards this season. I think there's a mentality thing there with him. I think he's another one similar to Romero, where if someone gets inside his head, bang. Like,
I'm looking at the stats now. Tottenham have scored 9 goals from set pieces. Set pieces goals conceded. You've conceded 6, I believe, or is it 8? Corners, yeah, I think it might be 8, maybe. I don't know, but it's saying there anyways. I think you 6, but for expected goals against you in set pieces, you're the highest in the league. Expected.
If it wasn't for Vicario, like that guy, I know he hasn't kept that many clean sheets because our team, we normally only have 2 centre backs because everyone else is inverting. But that guy, the amount of saves he pulls out week after week after week when we're 2-1 up or 1-0 down or whatever, like, I mean, we signed that guy for 17 million euros. That is an absolute steal.
Yeah, it is,
that's daylight robbery.
That's good
daylight robbery.
Okay, that's good business. I can't lie. Listen, we're strapped for time. So listen, Roms, don't go anywhere. What are you saying, man? What are you saying? What's Liverpool saying?
My team.
Burnley next. Burnley.
Listen, we must win that. I do think we will, because we all know once you have a bad result, you can't go back to back. I don't want to chuck you lot into it, but you saw it with West Ham and Fulham, and then everyone thought you were, including myself, thought you out the tower. So we need to get back to winning ways. But one thing I said to the fans, look, I said all season I think City are going to win the league. Even in their crisis, I've been there the most with them. This club's giving me PTSD. I know what they're on. This is why I tried to warn Arsenal fans last season as well. They're like, no, we're going to do it. I was like, listen, this is City. But I just feel a lot of people are overreacting on this result. Yes, for me, the best centre back and the best keeper, and Alisson and Van Dijk made a howler. They did, but that's a rarity. That rarely happens. That was our second loss in about 34, 35 games. I think everyone's overdoing it. We were piss poor. Arsenal deserved that win. There's this notion that just that Liverpool weren't at the races. No, Arsenal allowed us to not be at the races. The way you pressed us, I've always said with the way we play, right, in the high line, we're going to have that high line because we have to press. And if a team beats that, then we are in trouble. The reason why we get out of jail so much is because of Alisson, his one-on-one ability, and sometimes the recovery of Van Dijk. But we're always going to concede chances. That's why I'm not really that vexed when I see Alisson's the highest for shots saved on XG. But I just feel like a lot of our fan base needs to calm down. We're in a cup final, which I believe we win. Yes, Chelsea got a good result, but I believe we win Carabao. I said from the start of the season we win Europa. Leverkusen will be a tough test for us. Alonso's doing a very good job with them, but pound for pound, we're the best in that competition. So I think we leave this season with minimum 2 trophies, but we just need to get back to winning ways with Burnley coming back. We've got Endo, which I writ off this season. I said Endo's poor. Then after that 1-1 draw with you lot at Anfield, where he was everywhere, gave Declan Rice a run for his money. he's been sublime since then. Obviously, we missed him at the Asian Cups, but I think him coming back in the team, and I believe he comes back and starts on Saturday, will be a big bonus for us. So Bozlai's injury, look, going forward, he's been underwhelming. I have to admit, the first, I'd say, 8 to 9 games of the season, he was very good, but he's been underwhelming going forward. But defensively, he's kind of done that Hendo role, but just a 10 times better player. When Trent had all that license to overlap and go forward and invert, in our pomp when we win the Champions League and we won the Prem, Hendo would cover Trent a lot of the time. So Bozlai is so key defensively to us. And you saw it stuck out like a sore thumb at the Emirates on Sunday. So I think Bozlai will be a big blow to us, but I think it's only about 2 to 3 weeks. There's some reports that were saying it was about 2 months he's out, but Bulgarian reports had rubbish that I think today, saying it will only be about 2-3 weeks. And McAllister's now coming into his own. Another player who started the season, I'd say, underwhelming, and then recently for me, he was our best player on Sunday. And I know a lot of people would say, "Oh, we were poor collectively." We were, but Jones and Gravenberch left him on the island. He had to do everything himself.
Yeah,
he was at fault.
Bro, that guy doesn't
I even have to.
Club flag gives you.
Yeah, I have to admit, Gravenberch. Sometimes I always say with footballers, you've got to question why a big club have let them go. Ajax let him go. Bayern Munich let him go. And I'm not gonna lie, I drank the Kool-Aid Northside. Start of the season, I said, you know what? Gravenberch, he's a baller. Them Europa League performances, yeah, this guy, he's him. In the league, it's a completely different player. I'm not gonna say he's a flop just yet. I'm gonna give him to the end of the season, and then I'll have my verdict on him. But it's not looking good right now. But I think this weekend with Matt going into the 8 and Endo coming into the 6. I think it was just a blip against Arsenal. 2 losses in 34. I think we get back to winning ways, and let's see how far we can take City, man. But yeah, with my club, I'm happy. We're still in all 4 competitions, and yeah, man, I feel like a lot of people are just overreacting over that Arsenal result. However, if we do drop points against Burnley, then it's cause for concern. Then the blinkers are definitely on. But other than that, we're good. We're good.
No, I think you'll be all right, man. I think you'll be all right. I think you guys will be all right. It's one game. Like, listen, you guys didn't turn up. You weren't that great. You know what I mean? I didn't expect us. I didn't expect us to win that game. I can't lie. But
same.
I didn't expect it, bro. But I think you guys you'll be back, man. You'll be back.
Well, I'm shocked about that. I'm shocked you didn't expect it.
No, I didn't.
It?
I thought we would win 2-1.
Yeah? Oh, you're expecting a league, Fuad, yeah? End of the season, we'll chat. End of the season, we'll chat.
Wait, I forgot you're an optimist, innit? I forgot you're optimist. You think you're winning the league, innit?
Of course, bro. I'm not giving up yet. These guys, you know these guys.
It's the hope that kills. It's the hope that kills. I'll tell you that now.
Don't worry, after me, bro. I just go and buy myself a kebab. I'm all right.
Fair enough.
Listen, we got to wrap up. Listen, love boys for jumping on. Kaz, love for jumping on. Tell the people where they can find you.
Never a foul. Also in the description, there's 155 of you, so I expect at least 100 extra subs in it. Because we do all sorts of content, not just Arsenal, Man United, everyone in the top 6. Sometimes some Aston Villa, Newcastle stuff as well. Because you got to include them just so they stop fanning about.
So I'm saying, Henry, where can the people find you, bro?
Yeah, just at Henry Wright TV. If you want to see any Tottenham or I want to try and do other club content, but yeah, big up and love for having me on as always, man.
I see you got the Korean channel.
Yeah, man.
I saw that.
Mate, listen, South Korea. I'm telling you lot now, he's one of the biggest.
Wait. I saw Sean do something incredible.
No, trust me, mate.
Let me see it. Link me it. Show me in the chat.
It's literally just. I'll send it to you. But trust me, there's a massive market in South Korea. I'm telling you.
Huge hot. Let me know. I want to see it. I'm actually interested.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Henry's taking me Hakkasan for my B-Day, bro. He's gonna be making.
Is it that mad? Is it beating off? Is it beating off like that?
No, it's not. I've only put 2 videos. I've only got 17 subs, but it's a slow process.
It's cool though. That's quite cool. When I saw it, I
was
like, yo, like this is quite cool. But yeah, man, listen, make sure you're liking and subscribing to Never a Foul and to Henry Wright. Fuad, where can they find the most deluded Arsenal fan on all of YouTube?
You can find me on NorthsideLDN, people. That's the truth, bro. That's the truth, bro.
The link to Fuad's channel is in the description, man. Go, you know what I mean? This is my guy, man. Go support him. Rums, big up, bro. Love for jumping on the channel. Where can people find you?
Don't have my own channel, but you see me with the top. You'll see me with the top left. Just most days, steering my head in. And BSB, Big Six Pants. And if you were there earlier today, it was a very crazy stream. But yeah, they're the main two channels you'll find me on, man.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Listen, people, make sure you're liking and subscribing. All the boys' channels, the links to their channels are all in the description. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, and supporting. Without further ado, we're out, familia.